King Alden was lost, not in the literal sense, but in the annals of time. His name, once whispered with reverence, was now lost to the wind. His kingdom, once prosperous and bright, was cloaked in a perpetual twilight. Alden wandered the outskirts of his kingdom, a shadow of his former self. He was a king without a crown, a shepherd without sheep. The weight of his forgotten legacy pressed heavily on his shoulders. He yearned to reclaim his throne, to rekindle the light in his people's eyes. A dream, vivid and compelling, stirred within him. Alden, his heart pounding with a flicker of hope, decided to follow the path illuminated by his dream.
The dream began simply. I found myself standing before a towering oak, its branches reaching towards the heavens like grasping claws. The air hummed with unseen energy. A gentle voice, like the rustling of ancient leaves, whispered my name.
He ventured deeper into the dream, drawn by an invisible force. The oak tree shimmered, its bark peeling back to reveal a hidden doorway. The doorway pulsed with a soft, ethereal light. As he crossed the threshold, a blinding light engulfed him. When he could see again, he found himself in a vast hall, its walls adorned with intricate carvings.
I awoke with a gasp, the image of the crown seared into my mind. I knew I had to find the temple from my dream, to seek out the crown of light.
Guided by his dream, Alden journeyed for days, his resolve hardening with each passing hour. He braved treacherous ravines and scaled unforgiving mountains. Finally, he stumbled upon the ruins of an ancient temple, half hidden by clinging vines. The temple was in ruins, yet it emanated an aura of forgotten power. As he stepped across the threshold, a deep voice echoed through the chamber.
I have been waiting for you, King Alden.
An old woman, her eyes filled with ancient wisdom, emerged from the shadows. She spoke of a prophecy etched into the very fabric of the kingdom. It proclaimed that only the true king, wielding the power of the crown of light, could banish the shadows and restore the kingdom.
My journey was far from over. The oracle revealed that the crown of light was hidden in the heart of the Whispering Woods, guarded by creatures of myth and legend.
Alden ventured into the heart of the Whispering Woods, his path illuminated by the whispers of the wind. He encountered fantastical creatures, both friend and foe. He befriended a mischievous wood sprite who guided him through labyrinthine paths, and he outsmarted a cunning griffin guarding a hidden bridge. Each step tested his resolve, pushing him to his limits. But Alden pressed on, driven by the prophecy and the burning desire to save his kingdom. He clung to the image of the crown of light, its radiance a beacon in the encroaching darkness. He knew that his destiny awaited him at the end of this perilous journey.
I emerged from the Whispering Woods, forever changed by my encounters. I was no longer the lost king, consumed by grief and despair.
But fate had other plans. As Alden emerged from the forest, he was met not with cheers of welcome, but with the cold steel of betrayal. His most trusted advisor, the man he had considered a brother, stood before him, his eyes filled with avarice and greed.
The advisor, consumed by a lust for power, had been plotting against Alden for years.
Alden, heartbroken and betrayed, was forced to fight. The clash of their swords echoed through the air, a symphony of betrayal and despair. Alden fought with the fury of a king scorned, his every blow fueled by the desire for justice.
As I fought, memories of my past, long buried beneath layers of grief and loss, surfaced. I remembered my coronation day, the weight of the crown upon my head, the cheers of my people ringing in my ears. I remembered the love I had shared with my queen, her laughter echoing through the halls of my castle. I remembered the day my kingdom fell, the betrayal that had shattered my world.
But he also remembered the vow he had made that day. The vow to never give up, to never stop fighting for his people. Fueled by these memories, Alden fought with renewed vigor. He fought not just for himself, but for the memory of his queen, for the future of his kingdom. He fought for the right to reclaim his throne, to restore his kingdom to its former glory.
With my heart heavy with sorrow but my spirit unbroken, I emerged victorious from the duel. My advisor lay defeated, his dreams of power shattered. Justice had been served, but at a heavy price.
The Oracle, her eyes filled with a mixture of sadness and hope, approached Alden. She reminded him of the prophecy, of the crown of light that awaited him.
With renewed determination, I set out for the heart of the Whispering Woods. I journeyed through the ancient trees, my path illuminated by the soft glow of the moon. I finally reached the clearing where the crown of light was said to be hidden. Before me, bathed in a radiant glow, lay the crown of light. It was even more magnificent than I had imagined. I reached out a trembling hand and gently lifted the crown of light. As my fingers brushed against its cool surface, a surge of power coursed through me. I felt the weight of my kingdom upon my shoulders, the hopes and dreams of my people intertwined with my own. I raised the crown of light high above my head, its radiance banishing the shadows that had clung to me for so long.
Alden returned to his kingdom, the crown of light upon his brow, its radiance illuminating the path before him. The people, their hearts stirred by his courage and compassion, rose up to welcome him. The darkness that had gripped the kingdom for so long lifted, replaced by the warmth of hope and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Alden had reclaimed his throne, not through force of arms, but through the strength of his spirit and the unwavering belief in his people.